As Advanced Achievement recipient for the on-campus programs, Leonardo will speak on behalf of his class at this time.
So that's surprising. I will tell you that this morning I had a crazy dream. Apparently I was trying out for an NFL All-Pro team. And that was odd because I don't think you try out for All-Pro teams, but I could tell it was an All-Pro team because as I looked out on the field, there were many recognizable names. And I can't tell you whether I was dressed out, but I was sitting on the bench on the sidelines, and after each play, a player would come over and talk to me. These players were huge, 6'4", 300-pound behemoths with jawbones made of granite. And I was me, 5'11" and 3/4, all of 165, 170 pounds. And I kept thinking to myself, well, maybe they think I'm a receiver. Guess I could look like a receiver. But as they talked to me, all I could think about was how not to blow my cover. So when they would converse with me, all I would say was, yeah, that's right. And I must have done well because afterwards they invited me to an after party, and I walked into one of the after parties, and I walked in, it was crowded. They were packed in there like sardines. Football players and their significant others. But they were crowded, but they were comfortable, and everybody was happy and enjoying themselves. And I remember thinking, wow, what a great feeling it would be to be in this NFL fraternity, this family. Not too long after that, I made it to another after party. I walked out the door, and Seth McCoy blazed past me right before I made it through the door. Now, how many people know Seth McCoy? Exactly. I don't either. What he was doing in my dream, I have no idea. Now, Seth McCoy is a student here. I think he's vice president of me. So he blazed right past me and he said, "Don't worry, we're going to work it out. I think you're still going to graduate." What? Graduate? I called him out the door, and he walked up to this wall, and I noticed on the wall behind him was a huge Scantron sheet with red marks all over it, my name at the top, and 59% in the right-hand corner. 59%! He said, well, you didn't do too well on the final, but based on the curve, I think you'll still graduate, but you won't have your 4.0. I immediately woke up. I don't know what it is, but I have this uncanny ability to wake myself up out of dreams right before the boogeyman comes. It was 6:22 a.m. this morning, and I was glad to be up, but I realized that I might be suffering from a little post-traumatic stress from getting my master's degree. Years ago, my mom told me, son, surround yourself by people that you can learn from. Some people surround themselves by people that they can lead, and do you know what those people become? They become the leader of the losers. And you do not ever want to be the leader of the losers. So surround yourself by people you can learn from. This degree program, I've been surrounded by great people who I've learned a lot from. The first person taught me that attitude is everything. And you know this because she walked away with every course director award today. As I make my journey into the next phase of my career at Johanna, I will always remember how you carried yourself throughout the program on a daily basis. I learned a lot from you, and your family and friends should be very proud. The next person isn't here, but David, I learned how much I actually did not know about technology and film. And as Yogi says, I realized that I am a technological immigrant, which means I know absolutely nothing about technology. The last person, Damon, he introduced me to the value of spirituality, family, and service. Damon, because of you, I've recommitted to giving my efforts towards the community. So I guess it all boils down to what my mom told me: surround yourself by people that you can learn from. As I get older, I realize that it most often does boil down to what my mom said. So as mothers go, I am standing on the shoulders of the greatest one in the world. God has always kept me close to his bosom. How do I know? Because he sent an angel here to earth to look after me before I was even born. So if you want to know why I go hard in everything I do, look no further than my mother. It's because of her I feel like I was put on this earth to do great things. So as I close here, my fellow all-stars and all-pros, I will tell you that as far as great things go, those who know me know that I'm going for greatness. And each of us, as graduates of Full Sail University, have the opportunity to achieve greatness. Why? Because we are creators. We create while others consume. And what a responsibility that is, so I'll ask you not to take the responsibility lightly, because the times are too fragile. Without sacrificing your creative spirit, create with a moral consciousness. Because high school dropout rates are high, drug abuse is up. And we have a generation of kids who have no identity. They will soon be parents, and they will be passing on this nihilism. So I tell you, go out and be great. But remember, like my mom said, there are those that are depending on you to make them better. Today I tell you, go out and be great, and I will meet you at the top.